the major offseason signings, man. We had some big contracts, some big trades that happened. And the number one overall, we got to talk about Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge was the hottest
All
thing on the
right.
market. Hottest thing on the market. People thought he was going to go to San Francisco Giants. It was the false thing that came out on Twitter saying that he signed with the Giants, and it wasn't true. And he ended up signing a big contract to go right back to the Yankees after he had a great season last year. Even though it didn't end well the way they wanted to, he still had a great individual season, which helped him
Yeah.
at least get into the playoffs and play deep into the playoffs. So, Teddy, you're a Yankees fan. I know you're excited that Aaron Judge is back. So,
Oh yeah.
how you, other than being excited, how else do you feel that Aaron Judge is back? How do you think it's going to help out the team?
Well, we signed him for 9 years, 360 mil. So that's
That's crazy.
quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's earned it. He's been the guy ever since he came into the league. He has his own little corner in right field, the judges section where all the fans sign up, and they wear like the wig and the whole judge thing. It's hilarious. But he's gonna be huge, man. He's one of the best hitters in baseball. And he just doesn't hit the ball out of the park. He can get you a single if you need it. He can bring that sac fly to bring that run in, to give you a lead. And then he plays defense too. 6'7". He's got a plus arm. He runs average for his size. He was out in center field this year before we picked up Harrison Bader because Aaron Hicks just forgot how to play baseball last year. So I don't know what we're going to do with him. But Judge is going to be huge, man. Judge is going to be huge. We had a good offseason, too. We signed Carlos Rodon from the Giants. We actually stole him from them. And it's funny that that whole, like, when it first came out, my phone was blowing up because I live in Boston. So all my friends are Red Sox fans. They're just like, Dan, Teddy, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I'm just like, I was like, yo, what am I going to do, dude? Like, that's Aaron Judge, man, you know? And then I woke up the next morning to him signing with the Yankees, and I hit them up. I didn't have the same type of energy. They didn't have it, you know? It was funny. It was funny the way that happened because I was at the lowest of lows when I thought Judge was leaving, and then once we signed him, I was high as can be.
Yeah, as a Red Sox fan, I was a little excited that he was leaving. I wish he was coming to us.
Yeah.
But when I found it was fake, I was like, oh, here we go. I was like, I guarantee he's going back now. Once that came out, I said, yeah, he gonna go back. It's nothing we can do about it now. But you know, it's not like we had a good season last year anyway. So yeah. But
we started on that.
Hey, look. We ain't talking about this right now. We ain't talking about this. But I gotta talk about some other signings. You know, Jake DeGrom, he signed a 5-year deal with the Texas Rangers, man.
Yep.
5 years, $185 million. I think that was huge for them. They got a good pitcher with Jake DeGrom, man. Justin Verlander. We all know who Justin Verlander is. He's an AL Cy Young winner. He's a World Series champion.
Yep.
Now he's with the New York Mets on a 2-year deal with an option for a 3rd year. Mm-hmm. So I think Justin Verlander is going to help out with the Mets. I'm not sure if they're really going to go far. It's the Mets, so you know they always make big signings, but it never really works out for them.
There's a saying in baseball: the Mets will Met.
Yep, it's just
it's
just like the Cowboys in football. The Cowboys, they will do something to just. Cowboys would do cowboyish things. That's what happens.
Yep.
Trey Turner, another one, signed with the Philadelphia Phillies this year. 11 years, $300 million. That is a crazy deal for a shortstop, man.
He's going to be about like 40 when that contract ends. He's not even going to be able to play the position.
Exactly. I don't even understand why they signed him to that big of a contract. I think isn't that close to the I got his name in my head. Our Pujols deal.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that was crazy. They should gave
Yeah.
him. That's like, man, he already slow.
Yep.
So I understand he can hit, but you're gonna give him that big of a contract. He ain't gonna last that long.
Yeah.
And what happened? He didn't last that long. Even
Yeah.
though he still played last year, it's like, all right. I mean, it wasn't worth it.
The machine.
And then I think the biggest controversy of this offseason was Carlos Correa. Because
it wasn't even a controversy. It was just
it was crazy because the physical was the big issue. Because at first it said that he was going to sign the contract with the Giants, but then that fell apart. And then the Mets swooped in, and that didn't work. So now he's still with the Minnesota Twins. So
yep.
Who knows exactly someone's actually going to try and get him, or if he's just going to stay there. Who knows what's going to happen? But I feel like that was something that was huge this year. I thought he was gone once they flew out the private plane for him. I was like, well, that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought
the plane for him. I don't see why. But then,
I thought he was going to be a Giant. But my thing is, like, what's wrong with him that he's not like paying the physical himself? Like,
I don't get it either. I'm
you
not sure.
You make millions of dollars and you can't pay for a physical.
Exactly.
Like, I get a free one every year. I don't even pay for mine.
How cheap can you be that you don't want to pay for your physical? I mean, right? I'm pretty sure the physical don't cost that much.
It's not.
It's a physical.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could have just, we got a hospital here in DMV called Greater Southeast. You could have went there and got it done. I mean, you might have came out with a couple of bruises because it's Greater Southeast. Most people don't live when they come out of there. But hey, I mean, you're a baseball player. I'm pretty sure they make sure you're fine.
Oh yeah.
So that was one of the biggest signings. You already talked about Carlos Rodon. Somebody the Yankees signed, which is huge. I wish that didn't happen, but
we got our second guy. We got our second guy for the playoffs.
Yeah, we lost one of our players. Then the bogus left and went to the San Diego Padres on an 11-year, $280 million contract.
That's a dumb contract.
Every time I keep hearing about these contracts, man, I just be thinking, man, why didn't I choose baseball when I was young? Because that's generational wealth right there. Yeah, 11 years, $280 million, man.
And he's already what, like 34?
Yeah, man. He's 30. He's 30 actually. He's 30 years old now. But he's 41 at the end of the year. Come on, man. What's
the Padres? The Padres actually offered Judge. They offered Judge. It was 10 years, $400 million. That's
$40 million a year. That is crazy. I would have signed that immediately. I was like, bye-bye Yankees. Bye-bye Yankees.
Hey, like
$400 million?
Like I told you before the show, after every meeting he had with any free agency, I sat down with his wife, looked at her and said, we're Yankees. So.
Oh, man.
He knew the whole time.
Man, more power to him. He still got $360 million. So I mean, it's only $40 million short. I mean, it sounds like not a lot, but it's a lot. It's a lot to us. But that's crazy. And then one more I want to talk about is Dansby Swanson signed a 7-year deal with the Chicago Cubs. Man, there's a lot of players that have gone somewhere. Man,
yeah, that Dansby Swanson deal.
I definitely think it's going to work out for the Cubs.
Yeah, they actually had a pretty good offseason. They made some moves. They signed Cody Bellinger. They signed Dansby Swanson. And Dansby Swanson was like I didn't think he was going to leave the Braves because that's who drafted him. He won a championship with them. But when he signed with the Cubs, he came out and said that his grandfather was a Cubs fan and he would watch the games with him when he was growing up. So it was one of the things he wanted to do was to put on a Cubs uniform before his career ended. So I'm glad he was able to do that.
He got his dreams came true, man. So
yep,
that was huge, man.
Yep.
These were some big signings. Anthony Rizzo re-signed with y'all. I remember seeing that as well.
Yep.
I forgot
he re-signed first, and then funny story. I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw Aaron Judge. He was doing a press conference with Jimmy Fallon, and he said that after Rizzo had signed, Rizzo and him have dogs, and they're best friends. So Rizzo would send pictures of the dogs together, like, "Hey, you can't separate them." You know what I mean? So he would send it to him every day. So
Dog is a man's best friend. He was like, "Hey, look,
right,
you separate the dogs. We ain't cool. Can't be doing that to the dogs, man." So that's cool. And then Jose Abreu, another key signing, went to the Houston Astros, 3 years, $60 million, $30 million a year, $20 million a year. I'm excited. This is going to be a great baseball season, man. It's a lot of teams going away, a lot of trades that happen. Kind of don't want to talk about the trades right now. I just want to go ahead to the next segment because.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.